Hi everyone, Leslie Ray here with my first project for the Coordinations Design Team audition. This is my card. I'm calling it Dream Big. Let me show you how I made it. First, I cut all of my pieces of cardstock to about 6 by 6. I wanted to make sure I had it plenty big. I was going to trim it down when I got to making my base die, but for the start I started with 6 by 6, and I went ahead and sanded everything from the beginning so that I wouldn't have to try to sand smaller pieces. It's easier to sand when they're bigger. Next, on an equal size piece of paper, a 6 by 6, I plotted out how I wanted my starburst quilt to be, and that would be my pattern for then to cut all of my square pieces. With the assistance of my cutter, I cut all the pieces and I stacked them into piles so that it would be easier for me to assemble this card. Now, since I use 3 to 4 pieces of cardstock, I can make 3 to 4 cards. Actually, truth be told, my white piece of cardstock was a smaller piece and then a 6 by 6, and I cut the 4 by 6 area bigger and then just pieced in some smaller pieces when it came down to what I needed for the right side. So you don't have to use a 6 by 6, but it just makes it easier. Let me go back to the other slide. If you want to make yours like mine, I divided a straight line across at 2 inches, and then I made sure on the small section that my points went across, and your points just line up through that center hole. Everything goes through that center hole. So, and then I added a couple of inches here and there to make the sides. So here we are again. Everything is cut and sorted and ready to start playing and piecing around. I decided I liked this configuration. I thought it looked the most fun when I was working everything out. As I was going, I put a black edge of marker around and then started gluing it down to my cardboard. And I was just using just a scrap piece of black cardstock. But once I got it all laid down, I then trimmed it up and went around the outside edges with my black marker too to continue that trim, and I think it makes it look really good. Some people at this point would go in and stitch or sew or do some sort of piercing. I really, with the Coordinations impressed cardstocks, I really like it just like that. I think it looks very beautiful and simple. For this project, I then die cut a bunch of flowers and swirls and stuff to finish it off. I did all handmade flowers using the exact cardstocks, the color core cardstocks that I used in making my quilt pattern. Once the flowers were built, I then assembled them onto my card. I used the words Dream Big die cut out of the back side of one of the glitter papers, so that I had that nice sharp black, but you could use anything really. And I had layered on a doily die and some circles and stuff to build that up, and then I just pushed my flowers around the side of that to finish off that focal piece. And you see my flowers here before I get them all blinged up. And so there is our Dream Big, and that's just the focus. It goes right there over the middle of that card and kind of covers up the points. If you were better about your points than I was, you might want to show your points, but I always cover up the points. I like the way it bursts out away from your focus. And I'll show you a couple of more close-ups of the flowers in detail so you can see them as well. Here's a side view of the cluster with the swirls and the roses and the daisies and the little baby flowers and stuff. And then here's that little accent flower down there at the bottom with one more little swirl. So I hope you enjoy my card. I enjoyed making it. One last look at the whole card. I call this my Dream Big card. I'm hoping it it reflects that I am dreaming big to be a part of this team. Thank you.